What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much, because you could have gone to anybody else's page, but you decided to come back to mine, and I appreciate that. So listen, today, y'all, I am picking up some shirts, mock-ups from a client that needs to get some shirts done for next month. So they had someone make up some mock-ups for them to get printed, but somehow the deal didn't go through. I'm not really sure, but they contacted me to complete the order for them. So they have two mock-ups that they want me to look at so that I can kind of get a visual of what they want and what they don't want done to them. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm waiting on them to come so that I can get them, and then I'll let you guys know the process. I wanted to kind of take you guys through the process. I don't think I've done that before. I think I just showed you me printing them, but I want to take you guys through the process and the pricing and everything like that for everybody that's new to the t-shirt world. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm waiting on them to come, and then we're going to take a look at the t-shirts, and then we're going to see what we need to make, what changes we need to make, and things of that nature, so that we can produce these t-shirts for them for their event next month. So stick around, and I'll get back with you once they get here. Okay, guys, I'm back. I should have recorded our conversation, asked them if they wanted to be recorded, but by the time they got here, I forgot all about it. Oh shoot, this thing just keep dangling. Okay, let's put this out of the way. Okay, yeah, so I have the shirts, and I'm going to, once I stop, then I will show you what they look like. So it's not that many changes that they want made to it, which is great. They just have to send me the list with the sizes and specifications as far as who gets what color and whose name goes on the left chest, which is pretty simple. But I kind of want to be as transparent and give as much information as possible for people who are just starting out. I get a lot of, which I love, this is why I do the channel, I get a lot of questions regarding like first timer things, and that's what I love to answer. I love to give information on how to get started, how to run your t-shirt business and things like that, because all of this stuff I learned on my own. And I went to school for some of it, like the graphic arts part of it, designing part. I went to school for a lot of that, but a lot of stuff you just kind of learn as you go. I watched a lot of videos on YouTube before getting started, which helped tremendously. But again, even with watching the videos, I still made mistakes and had to learn from those mistakes on my own. So that's why I like to try to give as much information as I can when I am making my videos, so that people who are just getting started don't feel like, you know, that they're missing out, like they don't understand what they don't know what they need to do. And I try to make sure that I answer those questions before you even have to ask. Okay, so they have two different designs that they want. On the back is this on the back, which the sizing for this is perfectly fine. And then on the front, they have their family logo, which is 3 different last names that they're going to have rotated from the top. So on some of them, it's going to have the Gittins, and then on some of them, it's going to have Banks. And they're not going to use any of the Sullivans. So that's pretty simple, and then she's going to send me those logos so that I don't even have to do any graphic work to that to change anything. So that's even better. So that's the front. I mean, that's the front of this one, and then the back is that. So this doesn't really need much changing. The sizing is perfect, and the front logo is perfect. So the only thing they want changed is this one. So which I don't think that it really needs to be any larger, but this is the back. It's the same logo on the front, but on the back it has this, and they think that it might be a little bit too small. Well, kind of small, not too small, but just kind of small. So they want to get that changed. They want to get it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to look and see how much more bigger I can get it. That's not going to change my profit margin. All I have to do now is, when I get home, is order. Well, now I have to wait for them to send me their the sizes. Once they send me the sizes, then I can order the shirts. And once she sends me the files for the graphics, then I can order the transfers, and I'm going to take you through all of that as well once I receive that information. So I'll be back. Okay guys, we are back. It is probably, I don't even know how many days later. It's a few days later, because my intention was to go home and then show you guys how to upload the artwork and so on and so forth, but it did not work out that way. The clients did not send the artwork that day, so I had to wait, and then eventually I ended up having to find the artwork myself. So yeah, luckily the person who originally was supposed to make the shirts, they didn't do custom artwork, so I was able to find the artwork and get that situated. And I'm going to show you kind of a snippet of what that looked like when I uploaded to be printed. Well, yeah, I guess to be printed for DTF and to be ordered. Okay, so I'll insert that right here. Okay guys, so basically I use Adobe Illustrator for my artwork, and right here you're looking at a gang sheet that I created, and I'm going to use Jiffy's build a gang sheet program in order to upload my artwork and get it printed out. And as you can see right here, I'm going to be using the 18-foot gang sheet, and all you have to do is start a brand new gang sheet. I've already built it up myself on Illustrator, so all I have to do now is just upload it. Okay, and right here you can see all of the artwork that I'm going to be using. I also threw in some of my own stuff just because there was space left, and I didn't want to just have wasted space there. Okay, once it uploads, all you have to do is fit it to the template that they provide for you. It should already fit perfectly if you use the correct dimensions that they provide for you as well. And as you can see, everything is in the guidelines. And once you step out of those guidelines, you get a red border, which lets you know that, hey, you need to go smaller because you're out of the cut area. Look at my cowboy Carter down there at the bottom. That actually turned out really cool. I haven't put it on the shirt yet, but yeah. So I had extra space, so that's what I did. I put some of my artwork that I had already created just because I didn't want to have any blank spots on there. So once you get your artwork into place, let's see here. Once you get your artwork into place, you want to make sure you have everything within the cut area, because if you don't, there's a possibility that it can be not printed or cut off by chance when they print it out and cut it to send to you. But as you can see, I have everything lined up perfectly within the cut area. Also, you want to make sure that your resolution is 300 dots per inch, which is DPI. That is the best resolution when printing out artwork. So all I'm doing right now is just kind of looking over everything to see what I need to do. In this case, my resolution images were not as sharp because some of the artwork that I found was not sharp, and I really couldn't do much about it unless I recreated it myself, and then I wasn't doing that. I just was doing what they asked me to do. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing. So now it says to give the artwork a design name, and I did that. And the price for a 22 inch by 18 feet is $107.10. And you see they have really fast delivery. It says tomorrow, which is perfect. I mean, although my shirts weren't here yet, so it wasn't like I was going to be able to print right away anyway. But however, it's perfect when you have, especially if you're short on time. So everything's there. I'm just kind of looking over it and counting to make sure that all of the artwork is there. Everything is the right color, and so on and so forth. And then we're going to choose the free option because we don't need it. We didn't need it that same day. We didn't even need it the next day. Anyway, so as you can see at the total, it was a bulk discount of $199. And then I also had free shipping. And then now I'm looking at it like, why is it $214? Where did I get that price from? What I did, I hadn't noticed that I had uploaded it twice. And I think I did it the first time. Not sure what I did, but it's on there twice. So I ended up removing one. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's all you have to do. And then you go through the steps of shipping and paying and so on and so forth. Okay, so we have the shirts in and we have the artwork in. So I guess what we can do, let's go ahead and look at these shirts to make sure that they have given us everything that we ordered. Okay, that's very important. Normally I do this, no, that'd be a lie. I was about to say, normally I do this as soon as I get it, but that's not true. Because sometimes it takes me a couple days before I can sit down and do exactly what I need to do. So, you know, this is the sheet with all the items that I ordered. So what I'm going to do is pull up the list so that I can see exactly what I'm supposed to have. They have purple and they have orange shirts. Perfection. Okay, now we're going to look at this artwork, and I'm actually ready to see what that looks like. So I also, because I did a gang sheet, I was able to, excuse me, I was able to add some extra, I had enough room to add some extra bits to it. And that's the beauty of ordering game sheets, because you can add whatever you need. I mean, well, you can add extras or whatever that can fill up the space. Once you add your order, put your order in there. If you have extra room, go ahead and add something else to be printed, because there's no need in having extra space that you paid for and it's just blank. They're going to print that anyway and it's just going to be blank. So in that space, it's best to just go ahead. If you got some other stuff that you might want to print or test out or see what it looks like on DTF or anything, or if you got extra, if you want to print extras of the artwork that you originally was doing, do that as well, so that you, just in case something messes up, you'll have extras. So what I did was I did extras, and I still had a little bit of space to add some extra stuff. So I added some of my own logos in there just to fill the space up. So what we're gonna do, I'm going to roll this out. This is actually pretty big, and this is, wow. So this is what, remember, if you remember in the beginning, the back of the one that they originally had, they wanted that to be bigger. So I enhanced it by, so I think that one was like 10 by 10. I did this 12, almost 12 by 12. So it's a lot larger, and I think they'll be pleased with that. So I'm gonna try to show you. These are their logos here. This is some of my own stuff. You see how I was able to squeeze that in the middle of that? Otherwise, it would have just been blank. Okay. And this is, what is this? 22 inches by 216 inches, which is like 18 feet. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. It's 2 inches by 18 feet. So this is, let's go ahead and let that roll down so you can kind of see. You see how that is blank right there? This is all blank, which could have been artwork that was sprayed. And then this is some of my own stuff I wanted to test out to see what it looked like once it's printed. And that is actually pretty dope, actually. These are the other designs. You see how I squeezed that in there. If you have the space, do it. Do not let it go to waste. This is some other artwork. It's upside down, but this is some other artwork that I was able to squeeze in there along with, and then that's the rest of theirs. Oh, and then the little cowboy Carter down there at the bottom. That's actually pretty big. Look how big that is. That is actually pretty big, and I'm happy about that. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so let me pull this out so that you can see. Don't mind my little chair over there. My son had his way with it today. All right, so let's pull this. Whoa. This is how big it is. See that? The end is over there where you guys are. This is 18 feet. 22 by 18 inches. I mean 22 inches by 18 feet. This is really, really long. This will allow you to add want to show you. Okay, so this is it. That's that. All the way over there. Okay. All right, so now that we have our t-shirts accounted for and our artwork ready to go, I'll have to cut all of that out. Excuse me. That's the only con to printing gang sheets, because you got to go and cut all of that out. However, at the end of the day, it's well worth it for me. They do have an option to, I think, have everything pre-cut. Yeah, they do have an option to have everything pre-cut, but it's at an additional charge. My budget was what it was. I had to make sure that I stayed within those guidelines so that I can also make a profit. There's no point in doing it if you're not, unless this is charitable work, but this is a business. So I wanted to make sure that I stayed within my price range for the artwork and for the t-shirts in order for me to make a profit. Okay, so, and that's something to keep in mind when you're completing an order for someone. So sit back and relax while I cut these transfers.
16 carriages driving away, watch them ride with my dreams away to the summer sunset on a holy night, on a long black road, on the tears I fight. 16 carriages driving away while I watch them ride with my dreams away to the summer sunset on a holy night, on a long black road, on the tears I fight. At 15, the innocence was gone astray. Had to leave my home at an early age. I saw mama praying, I saw daddy grind. All my tender problems had to leave behind. It's been umpteen summers and I'm not in my bed, on the back of the bus in a bunk with the band. Going so hard, gotta choose myself. Underpaid and overwhelmed. I might cook clean but still.
Okay, I am looking at the logos, and can you see the jagged? Oh my goodness, you can't really see it. A little bit. The edges are jagged, like it's pixelated, and I think I'm gonna have to have these reprinted. The file, this is strictly off the file that I sent, that was sent to me. Which I probably should have vectorized because it was a PNG. So I'm not liking the way it's looking. It's not very sharp. So I'm probably gonna have to reorder these. I'm probably gonna have to reorder them. You can see, yeah, you can see it. You see how the edges are jagged? It's not clean. They're not clean at all. You see that? The artwork is fine. It's a little bit jagged, but not visibly. Now see, this is pretty good too. It's a little bit jagged, but not as noticeable as noticeable as this. Is fine. This is perfectly fine here. These are fine. It's just this logo here is not clean. Okay, so now I'm going to, this puts a pause on things, and that's kind of frustrating. So, okay guys, so basically the files that they gave me were not SVG files or vector files. They were PNG files. And if you know, PNG files are pixelated. Okay, so when I looked at them online, they did not have any, the edges were not jagged. They did not look like that. But because the resolution wasn't very good, when they went to print them, the jagged edges appeared, were visible. So with that happening, I can't print that. So what I should have done, what I normally do with stuff like that, I pull it into Adobe Illustrator and I vectorize it and clean it up. From my understanding that the stuff was already ready to print. So that's why I went ahead and uploaded it as is. This is what's happening, and this is why I'm going to have a hold up until I send those back off. Well, not send them back off. I contact Jiffy to get them reprinted. And to make a long story short, they reprinted them, but they reprinted the wrong size. They were way too small. So then I had to contact them again and have them reprint them again. They ended up giving me a refund for the mishap and printed the new ones out and with the right size. So that's basically why it took me about a week before I could come back to discuss what happened and finish the t-shirts. Okay guys, so I have the temperature set at 325. We're gonna press this. I pressed the purple ones already. But my storage, I need to take some stuff off my phone, so I didn't get all of it. So I'm just gonna run this, go through this with you guys, just in case if you don't know, how to do it. So we're doing the back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fold the t-shirt in half just to get a line down the middle, my center mark. So I'm just going to go ahead and press that quickly just to give me my center mark. Okay, and then go ahead and put that on there. And for these, I usually, for this one, I'm going to use about 3 fingers down from the collar. And then what you can do to make your, to keep that spot is just press down with your fingernail, and it'll leave a little indent in the shirt. And then you take your image, and I always fold in, if it's an image that you can't really tell where the center point is, I just fold it in half, kind of match up each edge, and then make a little crease on each end. And that'll give you, you see that? The crease right there, and then there's a crease right there. You can't really see it, but there's a crease at the top and the bottom. I don't do a crease completely down the center because that can ruin your artwork, and you leave some DTFs, it'll leave the crease in it even after you press. So what I do now is I just line up that center mark that's in my DTF with the center mark of the shirt, and kind of pull it up to where my indent was. And the same at the bottom. You see how that is, ooh, can you see that? See how this is the center mark of the shirt, and then this is the center mark of the transfer. So you just line that up, go back up to the top, make sure that is straight like that, and then we're going to give that a press. I'm sorry if that was all over the place because I was trying to hold it and look at the same time. I'm going to just slide that pad back up, and then we're going to give that a press for 15 seconds. Let that go ahead and go. All right, and then this is a cold peel or cool peel, so I'm going to leave that on there, and I'm going to lay it down on my chair right here. So while that cools, I just get my other t-shirt and I start. This one already has a center mark in it, so I'm just going to use that. Actually no, because it's, I can kind of see it. Okay. Sometimes you have to be sure. Sometimes, I mean, you have to be sure sometimes because it's just the way it was folded, and sometimes they're not always folded straight. So we're gonna do the same thing. Go ahead and kind of find the center of the print. For this one, it's a little bit difficult because it's not that symmetrical.
Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Yeah. Are you gonna be in love with me? I want you and need you to be. Yeah. Are you gonna be? 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 Well. Still in love, so in love, still in love with you. Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Still in love, so in love, still in love with you. Are you gonna